Okay, welcome back, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining us for the extended here. I'm going to give this one more shuffle, and we'll get into your future cross and bow and then advice from Spirit. All right, Taurus. Between these other three readings that we had before, I feel like you're putting in your Queen of Cups. You're being that nurturing, loyal, healing, supportive energy, kind of a safe haven for this person. And again, they're not seeing it with this Eight of Swords. They're just not seeing that you are the whole world and everything that they asked for. Again, Seven of Cups is reverse. I don't typically read reverse, but you are not an option for them. You are the only thing. And they just need to put their bullshit down with the Ten of Wands and move away from thinking that, like, they can't have it all. Just because they, with that Five of Cups over there in Dr. A's reading, just because they had, things that happened in the past, they're sitting in this resentment and this kind of regret and, this, I'm never going to open, sort of this, feel like I'm never going to open back up again because of, what happened. Like, I'm never going to really appreciate things in the same way. So, let's see here, Taurus. Yeah.
They could use it as like their own kind of protection barrier.
Yeah, it's almost like a weapon. They're using it like as like a weapon or a defense mechanism. So the focus coming into the future, the Hierophant. Taurus, you absolutely want some kind of like a commitment here. Like either get on it or get gone. You really want this to be a conventional, that's the Hierophant is, traditional, conventional kind of commitments, government, marriage, established things, just kind of norms. And you really want this to be a situation that is like defined as normal, or it needs to change because it's not being defined as normal. The challenge, Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is super impulsive. The Knight of Swords is, again, somebody who's probably in the middle of a lifestyle change or has changed their lifestyle and is like, kind of frenetic, energetic, moving. And it's not always this, think it through. It's like, I'm going to do this and I'll worry about the consequences later. The energy moving through, Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, I like this, I really like this, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Okay. So Taurus, in the future energy, this moving through is this Ace of Cups. So this is, again, new baby, new relationship, new love, new offer of emotional change. And, with the Three of Pentacles, that's teamwork. That's, kind of craftsmanship. That's building, two people building, three people building, but really some, putting towards building something of quality. Rainbow Bridge, these dogs. We'll cut them.
She won't really.
I won't really. Just talk shit. So yeah, with this ace, it feels like maybe this needs to be the conversation here. This is what I want in the future. You need to understand that this, doing it and like thinking about it later, or just flying by the seat of your pants is not really working for me. This is what I want. This is what I'm offering. With this Ace of Cups. And there may be that conversation that brings you to this new place where it's like, all right, we're going to build here with the Three of Pentacles. And we're going to build into this Ten of Pentacles. This is wish fulfillment. This is total abundance. This is legacy. This is building a really, it's like a family situation. And not just, in presence, but also in sort of your value. It's like, are you rich, in spirit, or are you rich in money? But I feel like between the both of you, you guys get it done. And this Eight of Wands is a pretty quick moving energy. So again, like this Tower and the Death card that's come up a couple times, like this, it feels like it needs to be done soon, or it needs to be had soon, or it needs to be talked about soon. And in the future, it feels like it's going to move through pretty quickly. As far as your fears are concerned, Five of Swords is that this is just going to continue as a really unbalanced situation, that there's this really, kind of someone's trying to sabotage it because they can't deal with it, or, you're like, basically I'm just going to have to say, fuck it, burn it down. Like, I'm going to have to bully someone out of the situation if I don't get what I want. That's your fears. The help that the universe is bringing in is Magician. Oh, Taurus. So we love to, like, I'm a hammer person. I have a collection of hammers that are bedazzled. Some are, they have Plastidip on them. Some have Plastidip and glitter. But I like to use a hammer for everything. A hammer is my favorite tool.
And I have to tell her to put it down.
Exactly. So actually, we're working on retiring some hammers this year. But in your case, you have multiple tools. You have all of the tools as a magician to manifest what it is you want, and you tend to not speak up until you expect people to take the cues that you're giving and really understand that these little jokes that I make and these hints that I drop are ways that I'm communicating my reality to you in the most healthy way that you know how at the time. When those things aren't, like, either people don't pick up on them or they're just kind of brushing past them, seeing it and going, yeah, whatever, you will lose your patience. You tend to lose your patience and get to this, like, all right, well, it's all hammers now. So feel like the help that the universe is going to bring in for you about this situation, and that you're like, okay, it's not changing. I'm going to either have to, again, burn it down, break it up, like, change somebody's thought, change my own thoughts. I'm afraid that this is just never going to kind of move through to what it needs to be. You have the tools to get it there if you really want to get it there. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but you're going to see that, you can do this without this person. Do you want to? Absolutely not. So, you will see that you have the ability to make this what it is that you want. Your hopes? 5 of Pentacles. You don't want to be left out in the cold. You want this to be balanced. You want this sort of you on the outside of the situation to be allowed in. And it feels like somebody's holding somebody, like, at arm's length, and it's a lot of push-pull.
It's out of fear. It really is, and they put up a really good front.
And the outcome here is the 7 of Wands, is perseverance. Is you're willing to fight and defend what it is that you've invested, from 1 to 7 at this point. You've allowed a new passion to come into your life, and you've made the choice to continue to commit to it, and you've let it expand into your life, and you've also let it build into a foundation, and you've fought through difficult times, celebrated all of the victories that you have together, and now you're in that 7 of Wands energy where I can continue to go for this. Like, I'm already in, and the extra help that the universe is going to send for you, 6 of Pentacles and the Star. Wish fulfillment, new hope, clarity, the ability to see things in a different way with this Star, and understand that it really is your wish fulfillment. And the 6 of Pentacles is giving and receiving assistance. So it's sharing in both of your wealth, and it feels like it's not, again, Taurus, it's not you. This person needs to see that you are their wish fulfillment, that you are their dream come true, and that this can be enough for them. So that's what I have for your future, Cross and Bow. Let's get into your advice from Spirit. So your energy, what your communication is with yourself, strengths, weaknesses right now, your reality, and what you're really passionate about, and what advice Spirit has for you. There is literally a dog buffalo through this house.
There is the amount of times that I have felt my chair.
They've almost knocked over his easel. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Your energy right now, Taurus. Woo! 10 of Swords. You are at the rock bottom of this situation. You're like, it's darkest before the dawn is the card. And it's not that you've been stabbed in the back. It's that you're really kind of done with all of the things that you've experienced before. You want to build and have been building this situation to be what it is. And present as the healthiest version of yourself, not just for this other person, but for yourself, like really being present for the experience. And like, it's badass. And you're also sort of really done with this, like, okay, I need a decision here. This is the worst that it's going to get, because now there's uncertainty about which way it goes, but I want a decision. That's the energy. I want to know. Your communication with yourself is this situation is everything you've ever wanted. This is the world. This is your dream come true, your wish fulfillment. It's here. You're living it. Your strength right now is 8 of Cups. Is that you've healed. You understand what it's like and what it has been for you to get through everything that's brought you to here, relationship wise, family wise, health wise, love wise, work wise, and you're really mature and emotionally balanced in the situation. Your weakness right now, 3 of Cups. You want it to be easy. You want it to sort of be less stressful. You want to feel more supported in the situation. Maybe, by your family or friends, or maybe this person, you want this person just to have that kind of feel with you. And that's your weakness, is that, maybe they do like to party and you like to party. And that they're charming and fun is, kind of, it gets you off of your guard. And, your weakness probably will always be the fuck boy. That's fine. Who doesn't love a good fuck boy, right? But it's sort of like that. I just got that song in my head, like, I'm going to let it go because it's not inappropriate.
Okay.
Not something I want to share. This person really, I feel like maybe your weakness is that you met them in a situation where you didn't expect it to be serious, and now you're kind of afraid to just say well, okay, this is not that situation. We've been building another situation. Your reality is the moon, is that you can follow your intuition. Keep following your intuition. You have been. There are things that are not revealed to you, but there is balance in the situation. For everything that you have a problem with, there's a lot of really good things. So it does feel like there's a very for every dark thing there's a light thing. And follow your intuition. You may be surprised how things work out. Your passion in the situation. Oh, we had this before. The devil. You dirty. Mm-hmm. You like to do something. You freaky.
It's that temptation.
It is that temptation that you're just drawn to this person's energy, and there's nothing wrong with being charming. There's nothing wrong with being attractive. There's nothing wrong with having that pull. Is that pull in balance with everything else? As far as your advice, key to the future, judgment. You need to declare. You need to get on this bullhorn right here.
I do declare.
I do declare. Yeah, this is what I want. And I'm not compromising. And it doesn't, it feels like in this situation, the person's not going to be losing anything other than maybe their bullshit and grow up a little bit. But I don't know. That's just me. So, Taurus, keep on keeping on, but also, start to get real honest with this person in a really plain way before you end up getting to a point where you lose your patience and cause damage. I mean, it happens. Because this judgment card here wants you to really evaluate what it is that you want, what it is that you need, and say, I've judged my whole self from my beginning to where I'm at now, and that this is what I want, and I deserve that, and there's no reason I shouldn't have it. So it's time to speak up. So I'm going to hand you over to Dr. A for your mom, the you and them.
I should have known that was coming.
I'm such a dork. It's whatever.
I love it,
comfortable
though.
with me.
So
they know
for
me
the
here.
you and them, not your mom and them, for you and them.
How's your mom and them?
The overall energy is the 6 of Cups. So it's that reminiscing,
It was so good when it started.
Right.
And it was good till it wasn't.
Right.
It's an album. Check it out, Kalani.
It still can be.
It still is, exactly. Just don't get yourself frustrated and start acting some kind of way, Taurus, because you act some kind of way, and then
because you're bullheaded.
And then people are scared, and it's called a restraining order.
Yeah, you don't want to go there. I'm sure that's not fun. So how you feel is temperance, patience, and I think that for the most part,
you've been patient,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the most part, I think that you've really handled that fairly well, and how they feel. Ace of Cups, I think they're kind of not used to it, and though they want it, they want that.
They got what they
asked.
Offer. They got what they asked for.
Right. They just don't know how to handle it.
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe take a break. You're putting it on them, like they're just.
It's a little too strong.
Exactly. It's like water it down a little. Yep. It's concentrated.
It's like Kool-Aid. They had a little sip. Now they want more. However, you got to water it down a little bit, and then you got to amp it back up.
Then you end up with the beatus and.
What you think is justice. So, it's that truth. You're waiting for that truth to come through. So, and
You're
I
waiting
feel
for
like
it to balance. Like
they haven't. It's not that they're hiding something, but it's almost like they're
hiding
afraid.
from something.
Right. They're afraid to actually speak.
No, they've been speaking. I feel like they've been talking a bunch of shit, but
right,
also
but you
like
could easily say a lot without saying a lot.
Again, the actions versus the words. Like
Mhm.
you showing up, you sleeping over, but
Right.
you know, but this isn't.
Right.
You know, this isn't this or this isn't that or, you know, like whatever.
So what they think is Seven of Swords. So it's not that they think that you're being sneaky, but I think they're afraid.
Because they've had people be sneaky.
Right. So they're holding back.
They're acting some kind of way.
Yep. It's their barrier. They put that wall up and they're
Yep.
like, I'm only going to give you a little bit.
And I'll tell you what, if this is a water sign, teach them a lesson. Go drop an Alka-Seltzer in them.
Watch that.
Watch them fizz
Watch
up.
that fizzle. And
How you feel now? What you about now?
What you love
Catch these hands.
is Ace of Wands. So
They're passionate.
yeah,
They're hot.
that's that total like magnetic draw you're feeling.
This is
Simmer that
exactly
down.
Listen, it feels y'all energy feels like a jacuzzi on
You
full bubble.
You need to cool it off a
I
little
know.
bit. What they love? Oh, see, this is the one that I love. It totally ties into Dr. M. Magician.
Mm-hmm.
You can
You have it
manifest
all,
the
exactly.
shit out of anything.
Anything, like make it happen. They're like, oh, but they're trying to be cool about it. Like they're not super impressed.
Right.
Just like,
They're like, oh yeah,
I can do that too.
you know,
Yeah, me too. It's
that's
like,
cool.
just
Sure.
like that. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Like over it.
Yeah. Yep. What you want to share is Page of Swords. So, is changing that thinking. The two of you kind of have to shift together.
Immature energy.
Yeah.
This immature energy.
They're figuring it out. They're working on it.
Just their thoughts are like, they got like kicked back to
right.
something.
We're back in like junior high.
Exactly.
Or
like
something.
yeah,
Right.
like
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
I was
Go back to having an adult conversation, and you'll be fine.
Especially if you don't touch somebody's privates, you need to have an adult conversation.
True.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if you've been touching them repeatedly, you should be having lots of adult conversations. But I don't mean like that. I mean like grown up with words.
Yes.
Like about things and stuff.
Adult conversations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what they want to share is 9 of Pentacles. You've planted that seed. You've mastered that hard work, and
you're
got that
luxurious as
abundance.
shit. Like you're more than they've ever thought they'd ever have.
I feel like
so they don't. Like, maybe that's it. Maybe they're just like, I really don't know how to deal with this, so I'm just gonna act like it's cool. But I know I don't deserve this, so I'm not gonna make any plans to, like.
They don't have that self-confidence. They've been through a lot, so they're very hesitant in trusting, and they are completely in awe of you in so many ways.
Hello.
They might be drooling and they're trying not to show you.
Have you seen you?
Right. I think this is a really good reading for Taurus. Really good reading.
Absolutely. So, thank you again for joining us for the extended Taurus. You're fine. You just need to start declaring what it is that you want and stop putting up with this bullshit, because this person needs to either grow up or get out.
Right.
Like, call your mom, call your dad, whatever. Get a hug from your bestie. I'm not the one. Stop playing with this push-pull stuff.
Yep.
So, all right. Thank you, Taurus. See you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.